We're here at the Metals Investor Forum, downtown Vancouver. It's May 5th, 2017. A very good conference, a mining conference, junior mining companies from the exploration stage, early exploration stage, all the way up to producers or near producers. A lot of companies that I think are vastly underpriced right now. Their market caps, in some cases, far beneath the present value of their various economic studies. And then there are companies that I think have the potential to develop something very, very significant. And one of those is Osprey Gold. And I'm here with Cooper Quinn, who is the president of Osprey Gold. Cooper, tell us a little bit about your story. You're in Nova Scotia, which was, gold was developed there very early in Canadian history in the 1830s or something like that.
Yeah, that's correct.
And you're looking at some metals that were just forgotten for the longest time, and now they haven't gone anywhere. They're still there. And you're finding some, and it's quite exciting. Talk to us about it.
Yeah, that's right, Jay. So Nova Scotia was actually Canada's first gold rush. And then, so mining kind of discovery was in the 1830s in there. And then at our projects, most of the mining was kind of from 1860s to about 1942, when most of the gold mining stopped in the province because of the war. And so we look at it from... the metals endowment of Nova Scotia is huge. Like you say, that gold hasn't gone anywhere. It's still there. And so looking at gold as an indicator element for gold is kind of a great way to go. And so looking around these past historic producers, brownfields projects, and seeing what resources we can develop there, not dissimilar to what kind of the icebreaker in the region has been lately, which is Atlantic Gold, which is putting a project into production out there, their Moose River Consolidated project. And so we have 4 projects in the region right now, one of which has about 447,000 ounces in a resource that we announced last month, and then 3 other earlier stage projects with history of historic high-grade production as well. And are you exploring your flagship property primarily, developing that, and then are you spending money on the others as well to explore and develop them this year? Yeah, so certainly our focus this summer will be largely at Goldenville right now. That'll be where we'll be doing, kind of more intense, more expensive exploration, drilling, stuff like that. But we'll be spending some money on the other projects to really add some value there. My background is exploration, geology, greenfields, brownfields exploration. So that's where the really exciting part to me is. And that's where we can build more value. That's where those really big question marks are. And that's where the really big discovery is. We know there's gold at Goldenville. And so can we increase those resources and increase the grade on those resources and everything. And that's exciting. But then if we can prove resources where we have currently none, we can build a lot of value. And because of the infrastructure that's in place in Nova Scotia, we can drive to any of our projects. We can put things on a truck. You could put a central processing facility in or something like that down the road if we got there.
Oh, I see. So what you're looking at is the possibility of sort of a satellite prospect, potentially. I mean,
correct.
Obviously, you have a lot of work to do yet.
Yeah, if you pie in the sky ideas, if we had several 100,000, we have 450,000 ounces at Goldenville, and if we can increase that and then add 100 or 2 or 3 or 400 at a couple of these other deposits, suddenly we're at a pretty significant
threshold you need to be economic. Yeah. So your exploration program this summer, can you tell us something about that? How many meters might you be drilling, or have you not decided?
We don't know exactly how many meters that'll be yet. We'll be announcing that probably in the next month or so. But yeah, we will have what we consider to be a pretty significant program at Goldenville. Like I said, drills, we're going to do some geophysics and some surface work, and actually we're reprocessing some geophysics. And then, just boots on the ground geology to kind of start at the other 3 to really wrap our heads around it and generate those targets for the drill. And
are you well financed at this time to carry out your program this year?
Yeah, we've got about just under 1.7 million in the bank right now. So that'll carry us through all of our exploration programs that we need to do this year, G&A, and leave us in a healthy position next fall or at the end of this summer to figure out what exactly we're going to do. We have cash to make our property payment and everything like that. So
we're looking at shallow targets, relatively inexpensive to drill, I suppose, huh?
Correct. Yeah, most of these deposits and all of ours start quite literally at surface. So about as shallow gets. And then they're open at depth as well. But what we're excited about is the potential to reimagine these old historic underground deposits as open pit deposits with lower grade, with modern mining methods and techniques.
Wow. Interesting. So how does your project, your prospect compare with Atlantic Gold's prospect? Is it similar geologically? Or?
We're in the same rock formations and same kind of structural environment that they are. The Maguma terrain as a whole, which covers a bunch of Nova Scotia, has and encompasses most of the historic mining. They're within it. We're within it. We've got some projects that are just down the street. I mean, kind of literally from them. So we think there's some parallels, certainly, and we'd like to have some success similar to theirs. I think they're currently a $240 some odd million market cap company, and we're a 8. And I mean, they've got a few years of ahead of us, but certainly we hope there's some room to grow for us.
Well, there's probably more room percentage-wise if you're successful for you than there might be for them. I don't know if that's true or not, but one would think an $8 million cap, it doesn't take too much to double or triple or quadruple it. So with some good success, then you'll be quite busy this summer. So I suppose the drivers that investors should watch and keep their eyes on?
So drivers in the near term here, we'll have some assay results out fairly shortly here, hopefully, from a 2014 drill program conducted by a different operator, and they never sampled those holes. And then drivers into that, then we'll be working on off our own exploration programs and our own successes, hopefully, in there. This will be our first real year with the project as we just acquired everything in January. So our own first chance to build our own value in the ground. Good.
Well, we'll certainly look forward to keeping an eye on your press releases and wish you well.
Awesome.
Cooper,
thanks, Jay.
It's really an interesting story. And, as they say, the best place to find gold is where it exists or where it's been mined before. So your probability would seem to be pretty good of coming up with some good numbers this year. So I look forward to watching.